homework my teacher gave me, and then when it's almost in the evening, I done my math homework, and then I just play. But tomorrow's gonna have a test, so you know.
Oh, what test are you having tomorrow?
A Vietnamese one.
Are you ready for it?
I think so.
I believe you are. And Jenny, did you study hard for your Vietnamese test?
How can I say no? But like my teacher did give me a paper of the class to, you know, like practice Vietnamese. I did like do great.
Okay. And did you go through that paper?
Yeah.
Okay. So do you feel confident with doing that paper?
Yeah, kinda, but I don't really know.
Okay, don't worry, Jenny. You're going to do great. I believe in you. You are very intelligent. So today we're going to talk about all students should have work experience. So at what age, Jenny, do you think children should have work experience?
18 or 17.
And why do you say those ages?
Well, because, well, we gotta start somewhere to become better.
Absolutely, I agree with you. And do you think at the age of 13 is too young?
Maybe it was gonna be too young, but sometimes there is a suitable job for that age too. Like doing an animation on YouTube when you're 13, that's totally fine.
Yeah, that's something completely different. And would you ever do something like that on YouTube?
If I did actually really good at it, then yeah.
Okay. Now, Jenny, imagine you are going to have work experience. Think where you want to work. Okay, it can be any place. It can be at the zoo, it can be at a doctor or a hospital. It can be at a oceanarium. It can be at the library. So plan your schedule using the table below. What time are you going to start work? What time you're going to have lunch from wing to wing? And in what time you're going to finish it? Okay. And then tell me about the morning. What are you going to do in the morning? Okay, at work. And then what are you going to do during lunchtime? And what are you going to do in the afternoon? Okay, so you have 4 minutes to complete this.
Okay, so where I want to work is the zoo.
The zoo?
Yeah.
Would you like to be a zookeeper?
Well, zookeeping the animal, I'm not really sure, but maybe it would be a lot of fun. I think so.
Yeah, a zookeeper normally takes care of the animals, looks after the animals.
Oh. Sometimes those animals are dangerous though.
Yeah, but the zookeeper, you're going to know quite a lot about animals.
It's count. So the start time is 6:30. The lunch time is probably like, actually I don't know. Well, maybe 7:35.
Yeah, that's perfect. You choose your own hours you want to work.
Okay. 7:35 to 7:48. The finish time is.
And what time do you want to finish work and go home?
Probably normally like at school I go home at 4:45. So in the morning, it will probably like, well, I just did my job. Just go and do my job.
Okay, so in the morning now, when you go to your job, you arrive there, okay, what routine would you start? Would you start feeding the animals? Would you clean the place? Would you get everything ready before everybody comes to the zoo? What would you do?
I probably like clean the places.
Okay.
And give the animal food to make sure they're ready for the guests. Not really.
There we go. That is good.
Food for the guests. So GUSDY. Wait. Guests. Okay. Wait. And give food for the animal. Wait, what the heck?
That you can add there.
Oh wait, I did remember the past. I tried to erase one letter, but it erased the whole word. So animal. What is S? And use a pen to, make sure it wasn't there.
Animals now, got it. That's perfect. And then what will you do during lunchtime? Will you go to a restaurant, a cafe, or will you eat there by the cafeteria? Will you meet up with a colleague and a friend?
I'm probably not gonna go in the cafeteria because, well, maybe there is guests coming at lunchtime. There is really.
Oh.
And well, if I did go to the cafeteria, then I would probably need my friend. So I need a colleague. Have a lunch with my friend in the maybe like at home, yeah, sound more comfy. But wait, this customer did go to the zoo, so I will in the staff only room.
Right, staff only. That's a good one. Jenny, I'm coming. I'm just gonna grab a tissue.
Okay. In the afternoon, it's probably like, in the afternoon, I will done all my job quickly. Of my job quickly before heading home. I'm done.
There we go. Okay, so let's break it down. So in the morning, clean the place and give. So we want to give good food for the animals, lunchtime. Have a lunch with our friend in the staff only room, yeah. And in the afternoon, done all my job quickly before heading home. Perfect. Well done, Jenny. That's a lot better from the previous time. I like that. Okay, so moving on to the discussions. Do you want to have work experience instead of going to school, in your own opinion?
I'd rather be in school, but probably like sometimes it's dependent on different school, and the best is I could say is depending on how I will in the school. Probably a bit fully, but well, okay, I could probably make an animation with that. Yeah.
Okay. And how long should work experience be?
Well, the best could be like if I got in high school, then 100% my friend will say we go home in the evening, like it's lunchtime. So at that time we're gonna go and do our job, and then just when it's almost like done, then we go home.
Okay. And will you choose a job you like, or do you prefer rather to do an easy job?
If I choose an easy job, then my work payment is not really gonna be like perfect for my lifestyle. Then I will choose a job if I like. But even though that, I'm also trying my best to be the best at it so I could get more money.
Yeah. And what would you say would be sufficient money?
Well, if it's sufficient, then I was still gonna try my best to work hard.
Yes. Fantastic. Okay, well done, Jenny. That was really good. Now, can you read for us the article, all students should have work experience? Just going to make it, there we go.
Okay, so in many countries, middle school students have work experience for 1 or 2 weeks. They work at companies or other businesses. This experience can be very helpful should our Korean middle school students have work experience too. Some people say that students should have work experience. First, they can find out what it's like to work in a real job. If workers don't do their jobs well, they will get in a lot of trouble. They may be fired. Students need to learn about this. Second, students can try a job that they want to have. After they experience the job, they can decide whether they really want to have that job. If they don't like the job, they can think about getting a different job. Other people say that work experience is not useful for middle school students. First, work experience is too short. They cannot learn much in 1 or 2 weeks. Therefore, it is better for them to stay in school and study. Second, companies don't let students do important work. This is because the student may make errors. As a result, students on work experience usually waste their time doing simple jobs. They may make coffee or photocopy documents.
Documents, perfect. Okay, now Jenny, based on the article, can you complete for us number 1 to 5? You're going to type for us the answers based on what you read.
So, how long does work experience last? I forgot.
So, okay, not a problem. Do you want to read the article one more time?
Not gonna lie, it didn't say it's gonna last. Experience for 1 or 2 weeks. Oh, that's the last one?
Okay. There we go.
So, experience for 1 or 2 weeks. And what happens if workers don't do their job well? they get fired. Fired. What can students do if they don't like a particular job? They can change. They can change a different job. What is it better for students? Wait, my tongue got stuck. What is it better for students to stay in school and study? Because too much work could make them stress easily. So, okay. Why do students' work experience usually waste their time? It's because missing a vocabulary is because that they could only focus on one thing at a time. They could so having a job is not really necessary. Maybe not important.
Well done, Jenny. How long does work last? Your experience for 1 or 2 weeks? What happens if workers don't do their jobs well? They get fired. What can students do if they don't like a particular job? They can change to a different job. Why is it better for students to stay in school and study? Because too much work could make them stress easily. And why do students on work experience usually waste their time? It's because they could only focus on one thing at a time, so have a job is not really important. Well done, Jenny, that was really good. Now moving on to the vocabulary part. So the words, thank you, Jenny. So the words we have there is business, document, fires, let, and photocopy. Can you complete it number 1 to 5 with those words for us?
Okay, so when you blah something, you make a paper copy of it. Photocopy. Copy. What did I do wrong? Oh wait, yeah. Photo copy, yeah. Her father does not blah blah date a young boy. Let her date a young boy. The actor read the blah blah carefully before he signed it. Could be files, could be document. I'm a past. Stores and factories are example of businesses. Businesses. I'm missing a letter. Businesses. How do I make wasting your time now? Okay. If your company blah blah you lose your job. Fires you. Fires you. Document.
Perfect. Document. So when you photocopy something, you make a paper copy of it. Yes. And her father does not let means allow her to date a young boy. The actor read the document carefully before he signed it. Stores and factories are example of businesses. And if your company fires you, you lose your job. Well done, Jenny. Any questions on these vocabulary words?
No.
No questions? Okay, now starting off with this one. So we're going to do the supporting, okay, of young adults and their work experience. So you're going to match number 1 to 4 with A, B, C, and D and read it carefully.
Okay. Middle school students should not work with adults. Students shouldn't waste their time having work experience. It is important for students to have work experience. Work experience can help students to get jobs because they can see what it's like to work in a company. So that. And because they will not learn any important skills. Because company may ask the student to work for them when they get older. Middle school students should not work with adults. Work experience can help students get a job. Because they are still children. Should not. Oh wait, should not. Oh. Work experience can help students get a job. Okay, today I'm kind of being deluded today. Middle school students should not work with adults. Work students can help students to get jobs because they can see what it's like to work in it. It's important for students to have work experience because they can see what it's like to work in a company. Students shouldn't waste their time having work experience because they will not learn any important skills. Middle school students should not work with adults because they are still children. And this is this. I think
Fantastic.
I'm done.
There we go. So middle school students should not work with adults because they are still children. Okay. Students shouldn't waste their time having work experience because they will not learn any important skills. It is important for students to have work experience because they can see what it's like. Yes. Work experience can help students to get jobs because companies may ask students to work for them. Perfect. Well done, Jenny. You got them all correct. Now, going on to the refuting part. Okay. So can you do that one for us?
If students don't learn anything important during work experience, students usually have to do jobs that they are not interested in. Work experience is really enjoyable. During work experience, students can learn more about their favorite jobs. I disagree. During work experience, students cannot do important things, so they cannot learn much about their favorite job. So first A, if I could think. Guess. I disagree. Students learn what it is like to work in the real world. Me one is B. I don't think so. Students often get tired because they need to work for many hours. Yes. I don't think so. Companies usually allow students to choose job. So 2 is D. I'm done.
Perfect. So students don't learn anything important during work experience. So now we are refuting it. Okay, I disagree. Students learn what it's like to work in the real world. Yeah. Students usually have to do jobs that they are not interested in. Yeah, I don't think so. Companies usually allow students to choose jobs. Excellent. Work experience is really enjoyable. I don't think so. Students often get tired because they need to work many hours. And then lastly, during the work experience, students can learn more about their favorite jobs. I disagree. During work experience, students cannot do important things. They cannot learn much about their favorite jobs. Okay, well done, Jenny. That was really good. Now moving on to our next part. Okay, thank you for that, Jenny. So, supporting opinion. So you are going to read through this, okay? Korean middle school students should have work experience. So what are the 2 main reasons why? And then you're going to underline the supporting opinions as well. And why Korean middle school students do not need work experience. Okay, so Jenny, you know what to do there.
Yeah. So Korean middle school students should not have work experience is the main one. And the supporting one is first students can learn more about working in companies. That's the main one. Supporting one, they can learn more about particular jobs. They can also learn important skills such as how to organize their work. And the second main one, a second work experience can help students to get a job when they are older. Supporting one, this is because the company always need workers if they like a student work. The business can offer a job to their students. And Korean middle school students should not need work experience is the main one. First supporting one is first middle school student are young teenager. Supporting one is they are too young to work with adults at a real company. Students are still learning and make many errors. Students will be worried about making mistakes during their work experience. The second main one is second, students don't learn any new or important skills. Companies will not spend a lot of time and money training students. Okay. Supporting one. I didn't see the dot at this second one, so I'm glad I'm seeing it. Am I right though?
Okay, well done, Jenny. That was really good. Now, let's answer the following questions. What can students do if they don't like their work experience?
So
what can they do?
Well, they can just if they are students, they can just change the job whether if they want to. And besides, it's all gonna be depending if the grown-up allowed them.
Okay, yes. Do you think that if students don't like their work experience, they can ask to change it?
Yeah.
Okay. And do you think you can learn more by having work experience in life?
I think so.
Okay. So, Jenny, before we're going to carry on, I'm going to show you a short video clip, okay, on work experience. There we go. Okay, there we go. Just a small little clip.
Hi everybody, Miranda here. I'm going to talk to you today about work experience and why it's important. So basically, getting some work experience is probably one of the most, if not the most, important thing you can do to help to make good decisions about what you want to do with your future. And the reason is threefold. Firstly, it helps you reality check ideas that you might have had since you were a child, or maybe something that's just popped into your head in the last month or so. Because quite often people who have had thoughts about what they might want to do when they're older, when they actually go and try it out, it makes a really big difference to their opinion of whether or not it's something they want to do. So you might find that actually seeing what the world of work is like and what that particular job is really like makes you go, I don't want to do this. Or it might make you even more certain you want to do it. But it's really important to find that out. And in some career areas, not having work experience actually means that you will really struggle to get onto your next step. So for example, if you want to get into medicine, it's a requirement to apply to medicine at university that you've had quite a bit of work experience. So it's really crucial. So reality checking, first thing, building your skills. So that means those transferable skills we talk about sometimes, the general skills that you can apply to all sorts of different types of work. It's really crucial because you'll learn that in your work experience, but also it will give you some specific skills related to that type of work. So, you know, building your experience, building your knowledge about what that job is like is helpful for you going forward if you want to carry on in that career or in any other career. And the last thing is it helps you to create and make contacts and to hopefully keep those up. And what I mean by contacts are people that will help you with your future. So it might be that if your work experience goes well, they might give you a Saturday job or give you your first job in that industry. And, you know, I always say to people, keep in contact with anyone that you got on well with at your work experience, because you never know when they might be able to help you as you get older. So 3 really good reasons to do work experience.
Okay, so number 1, why do work experience? Reality check your ideas. Work experience will help you develop key transferable skills and help propel you to your next steps on your career ladder, and a great chance to build work context for the future. Okay, does it make sense, Jenny?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me 1 second. Okay, so Jenny, should students work the same hours as adults during their work experience, in your opinion?
I think they should, but if it was their work experience, then, well, no. Because, like, even though they has a work experience and is building their ladder up to their dream career that they always want, then sometimes they also need a rest, because sometimes if you work too much, that become addictive. And by become addictive, then you wouldn't see yourself as yourself again.
Very good point you're making there. And do you worry about making mistakes? Think about in the future when you have to start working. Would you worry about making mistakes during work experience?
Yeah, it's kind of like math.
And why would you be scared to make those mistakes?
Well, I did gonna be mistakes, but if I'm really good at it, but somehow I make mistake, then I will have intrusive thought, but everyone gonna give me side eye. And besides, I worked so much hard for this career, and then I make just one simple mistake. What if I just in the middle of the operation and then I accidentally, you know, forgot where I put the hard that. Then, boom, it's all gonna be a flop, you know?
I get it. And tell me, at what age should students have work experience?
Well, I do remember that my cousin, she did have, well, not really actually have work experience. She just like a Buddhism, you know, practice that work experience. It's probably like, she says, if you are a beginner, then you could really start in 6th grade. Or if you really want to have a job to be with a lawyer, you're a beginner and you probably know not really the best at, you're just a beginner, you can just start at an early type of time, so that when you go in that type of time, you will growing up to get used to it, and then you become an actual lawyer. I'm not gonna lie, it's actually true. It's true.
Okay. Wow. Okay, so Jenny, thank you for that. Now moving on to the next part. So you are going to prepare for the debate, okay? All middle school students should have work experience. So you are going to refute this. Okay? So Jenny, I'm gonna give you 1 minute. I'm just gonna quickly run to the bathroom. I'm coming now. Then when I come back, you are gonna present to me 3 reasons with ideas, with examples on why all middle school students should not have work experience.
Okay.
Okay. Perfect. I'll see you now. Okay, so Jenny, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, present it. So make your statement.
How I would think is in middle school, students shouldn't have work experience is that it's because sometimes in school, they might have a hard time doing it. Besides, you don't know each of every person's life, so sometimes each of those person will have a bully, or they could suffer at some point of, suffer at one simple thing, but that's just gonna curse their whole life because of that. So just having work experience gonna build up that thinking thought, and then they will be having anxiety and thinking about how they would grow up, and then they're gonna be embarrassed of the past, and they're gonna be worried in the future. So by stopping that, I think students shouldn't have work experience is because that some students have work experience but also have a part-time job at the same time. Even though they are going to school, they still have to raise their butt up and doing the work experience and have a part-time job. I mean, like, how serious is that? Also, even though how hard it is, they still gonna have to do it so they could have the money that they wanted and not gonna like have being the leech, sucking the money, being a word, right? But even though we are not. So if the middle school student actually have work experience, then they have a simple little life, how you will see. But it's simple for them, but not simple for you. So that's gonna make you more worried. So yeah, in having work experience, you can get like a bunch of mistakes. Even though we know from the internet that you're gonna build that life from your mistake. But even though having a mistake, then wouldn't it be like you're gonna get bullied, you're gonna get like the self-centered person that gonna like having anxiety, even though you have work experience and you know that you are improving, but people still bring that old past self again, making you more embarrassed.
Fantastic. Well said, Jenny. And that was really good examples that you provided on your rebuttal. So, Jenny, for homework, which one would you like to do, number 2 or number 3?
2.
So students should have work experience twice a year, so you're going to support it and you're going to oppose it. So tell me, Jenny, did you enjoy your session today?
Yeah.
Well done, Jenny, on a great session. That was really good. I'll see you on Thursday. Have a great week. Bye-bye, Jenny.
Goodbye. Have great days. Bye-bye.